Welcome to Textile Analytics and AI Hub. In this video, we take a real spinning to yarn process and turn its raw data into a clear Excel dashboard. We start with a small model data set, clean it step by step, and build visuals for production quality and downtime. The same method can be used later for weaving, processing, garments, or any department where you have data in rows and need quick insights. Let's jump in. Look at the data, clean it, and create the level 1 spinning dashboard together. Whoever is missed on earlier videos, level 0, that's just a basic. Kindly go through this and let's move on. Now we are looking at the screens of production data, quality data, and we are checking whether those formats are in a proper way. You can see each and every columns, like this is in the percentage, but the data what we have is 13.85, 12.64. Now we need to change it as an actual percentage. There is a simple process called concat. We are just concat that with a percentage. This will give us exact percentage by changing this as a values. In a table format, you cannot change. You just make sure that you are copying that exact data set and make it as a values, then convert into numbers. I'm removing extra column, whatever is there earlier. Now we are converted into a percentage with a decimal. Now you can see wherever numbers are there, wherever percentages are there. This is a stop loss and waste data what we have. So all three data sets are ready with us. Now let us go and do a data table format. In this data, which I made already, I hope you guys are already know about what is the basic of data model and data sets and everything. So let me move forward to show you what we are going to do. This is an ID, this data set which we have created based on these three data sets to connect on only one thing, that is as a machine IDs. If you see, each and every data sets have machine IDs. To connect these three, I made one non-duplicated data as an ID. Let me show you how it will work. Okay. Now we have to go through each and every column whether everything is right or wrong, and then now we have to create a calculation column where I have created as a pivot table from the data model. Example, right click, insert pivot table, then it will create a pivot table. Click as an existing, then it will comes here into this calculation table. I have created each and every table as a data model, then it will show here. See, production, quality, and stop waste, and finally ID also I have created. That's it. Now we have to create a quick KPI points. Before we are getting into a dashboard, we need to know what kind of data set, what kind of KPI cards which we are going to create. We must need to keep that in a mind before proceeding further. I have taken stops and wastages, what is the total number of minutes which is wasted, and in a quality also, quality score, how much is it? Score cannot be in a sum for each and every machine IDs, so that I have changed it to an average. In a production, I have taken it as what is the exact production actual kgs output came on this particular month, so that I can change. You can see planned actual are there, I have taken as an actual. Now I have to create a data which will links to our dashboard, so that I'm creating a KPI cards for this first 3 to 4 data points. Number one, whenever you need to create this, you must need to cell or type that particular cell number. You cannot type it directly from pivot table. It will create an error for your future purposes. Now I have created an API datasets. Now I am trying to create an second chart axis charts, whatever charts you have, whatever you have it in your mind. I have taken an example of planned versus actual chart. Along with, if I require, I can add efficiency also. This one is gives us a trend of day-to-day basis, how your plan and actual happened. So now we are typing as along with an efficiency. Now we have to take an efficiency percentage, which we have already derived inside. Now you need to take it as an average. You cannot sum the efficiency to show that particular day's efficiency. Okay, you can click for decimals, whatever you want. Now you have to click and create a chart. Go insert. You can select a recommended chart also, or you can select as direct charts, whatever you have. In these visuals, I think you will not able to see our pop-ups, but still I would like to show you this in a shorter form. You can see that I can change the sum planned color as a gradient, or you can select it as an actual, as your colors, whatever you want. I'm just imagining some kind of gradient colors. I'm just proceeding further on that. Let me show you how I will create it. Now, this do not move cells is really important for you guys. Whenever your chart is dynamically moving, your charts and everything will move that side. So before that, you need to do these kind of steps. I have removed these grid lines. I have increased everything. I'm changing the glows. If required, you guys can do. And for a training purpose, I don't think you required to do this. But for future, you must need to train upon this based on that. I'm just trying with a gradient line. If you can see, in a gradient line, I can create 3 colors, 4 colors, or 5 colors. It's up to you, whatever the color which you choose. I'm choosing a little bit gradient and so fiery colors. I'm just choosing by my own. Then I am coming to an actual part. I'm choosing it in a different colors. If you require, you can choose, or else you can keep 2 different colors as always what we use. For our dashboard visualization look, we are changing it. Okay, now the line color, I'm making it as a dotted line or as a solid line. I'm trying to reduce that lines. If you want a double line also, you can select it in a compound type and you can reduce the width of this particular line. You can convert this into a dash. That's it. So our first chart is ready. Now let us prepare all the charts, then we will go for a dashboard. Let's keep it aside for a moment. Okay. Now for second, average in a quality chart also. I will copy that same pivot once again to create another graph visual for quality scores. Okay, based on customer or based on defect summary. If you have any doubts, you can go and check over there. We can say a defect flag. Okay, then we can change it to a defect flag here. Before, since you guys are professional who are into the textile industry, who knows that how the visuals have to be visualized to see our management, or else you can change the process. You can, instead of showing this okay, reject, rework in a row column, you can change it to in a column wise. It's up to you guys how you will show. As I am thinking, this I need to show it as a row based stacked chart, so it will be so easy to understand anyone how much is rejected, how much is reworked based on the particular customers. For this also, I would like to give a color gradient if you would like to, or else you can choose with okay as green and rework as orange color and reject as red always. It should be so prominent so anyone can able to see what is that red. Always red means for our pass, failure ratios, for everything we used to give us in a red color. So same process here. It's up to you guys. You can choose rework, orange, reject as. I'll choose it as a solid red, or you can change it as any other colors you require. I'll just remove that bars and everything, remove that colors and everything, and keep it aside. And also I will always put a legend to down. And you see the decimals? Yes, for that select those pivots, reduce that decimal points, so you will have a final thing. And if you see that the red over text is in black, you can change it to white. Now it's ready. Your second visual chart is ready. Let's go with the third one. In that stop minutes, we can say that downtime. Now in that also downtime, you can check whether that reason, what is the reason of stoppages. You can see that. Same way you can check, you can use a pie chart, you can choose whatever the charts you want, or you can combine anything. Currently I'm using as a pie chart with a simple data sets. For this design also, you can check it in a design. You can modify the design factors wherever you want, because once you have confused, you can go to that, you have a default design sectors, choose anything. I'm trying to choose only one thing, which is with along with the percentage, so that everyone can clearly understand. I'm changing the background. That's it. Our third chart is completely ready. Clear? Now let us go and prepare the dashboards. If you want, you can add one more visual. Even me too. I'm trying to create. If along with the stop minutes, I can take and waste kgs also. So that is really mandatory, which I think. Same way, I have selected those. Now we will move from table 1 as machine ID, which is created by mine. I have clicked as a slicer. You just check before whether everything is running or not. Once I click the slicer, I need to connect with all the pivot tables which is inside. For that, I need to click and check. No, nothing is changing, only one chart is changing. Right click and report connections, and you can able to see all the things which is connected. Yes, now it's ready to go to dashboard. Go to dashboard, and I'm inserting a basic shape as usual. So you guys have seen n number of thousands of videos where they are creating with the dashboards with a clear view. I'm creating in the same way with some darker shades. Let us do with a gradient fill. You can choose any colors you want. You don't need to choose the same color. I'm just trying to do something I know which is not design factor, but still whatever you choose, you can choose. But after choosing, you can try to take an preset gradients, whether you want it as a diagonal, whether you want it as a center, top, anything. Before choosing anything, you must need to select those colors. I'm just giving in a light red with orange tone. That's it. Now our base is ready. Now let me go and click. You can change this by any way. You can change this. The presets which I told you earlier. If you want the diagonal should be left, right, linear, you can change anything. For a moment I am keeping it on a right down. Now I am inserting as a header part as a text format. I am creating as a dashboard, monthly. You can increase the font, make it as a white. The background shapes should be empty. You can choose the color as that gradient color. You can keep it over there. You can draw a line, baseline. By holding a shift will not move your line further. That is really mandatory. These are all small things. Whenever you guys have a doubt, you can just give me a comment so that I can reply back. I can correct my videos while I'm talking. My explanation might be speed or slow. On comments, I will correct myself. I'll give you a clear explanation. Okay. Now on this, we can create an icons as well. You can choose any kind of GIF files as well to make this visual so prominent. I have taken an icon from an icon list. I changed the fill color of that icon. I changed it to 1 centimeter of width and height of 1.5 centimeter so that it will fit inside that. Perfect. My heading is ready now. Now insert again a base chart for KPA. For that metrics, I need to choose a small boxes so that it will be so prominent. I have taken that same complete shape. I shorten it. I change the color little bit from orange to light so that this looks little okay. I think I'm not good on designs, but still you guys can able to find your own solutions and I can create it. And you can copy it for multiple things by selecting anything like 4 kpas, 5 kpas. Okay. And make sure before going to proceed this copying process, you must need to select first KPA and type and create so that your texts and shapes and your positions will not change. Now let me take an actual production value here in this first text boxes. So I removed outline, I changed the font color into an white, I hope so, it will be better. I increased it, reduces the size of complete text box, keep it there. Now I have given a baseline for kgs and make it center so that the data which is presenting in center will have what is the unit inside. Select it, and here in formula bar only you have to click equal symbol, then you have to select that yellow marked column wherever matrix is there, otherwise this won't work. Now I'm changing the color based on our requirements. Increase the size bit. Whenever you need a format, go and change the format in base so that it won't change here. See, it's affected. Now let me group these three things with these boxes. Once it's grouped, you can copy now for 3 or 4 or 5, whatever you want. I'm changing for a further process like average production. This is average quality score. Now here, what is the position? It's a G8. Now we can just change the size and you can change the score. You can click and change it as a G8. That's it. The data will be arrived. Just change it. Again, formatting you need to do over there. I'm keeping 2 decimals. Now again, I'm copying it for another data. Now it is like stoppage or downtime. You can choose anything. As far as currently, I'm keeping it as a downtime for my clarity. You guys have a technical name, anything you want, you can use that. Since the unit is as minutes, I have selected as a unit as minutes. And what is the position, which is M8. Just change it as an M8. Now change the color. Yes, now M8 has been changed. Now again, you can drag and move on. Same. Control and drag that complete block after grouping. You will have another copy of that. I'm creating wastage here. Same in kgs. Let us check that what is the column which is located over there, which is in O8. Change it as an O8. That's it. Now changing the format. Perfect. Now it's done. Now let us go, and we can also make a box of above this or below this. You can keep under this KPA treatments, and you can keep any colors to show is in a different way. Like you guys visited in SAS, any SAS softwares and any number of things. But currently I would like to keep it as a simple white borderline or brown borderline, whatever colors we have. So I'm keeping only shape fill as none, and I'm just keeping outline as whatever the colors which we have created there. I'm just moving that box line and making it in a box and adjusting. Yes, adjusting into that KPA cards. That will be preferable. You can insert each and every KPAs have icons also in future. I would like to give you an icons in future. Let's see what happens. Now another border which I have created. After KPA cards, we have charts. Select the chart, Control X to cut it. No, come inside and place it inside and drag whatever looks you have and change the background color as nil. And if you see that text is not colored, now you have to go home and text color as a white or yellow, whatever the colors. I feel it's white is so prominent. That's it. You can see the line is missing, right? Just click on the line, go there and click it as a shape outline into a white, so you can able to see that line. Now you see this looks nice on a way. Now we need to give a heading as well as remove the border line. Okay, same, copy that same header, control C or control V, or you can copy and drag and drop. Sometimes in the shapes you will feel it is tedious to move it off. Instead of that, you can click a control and then move it off, and you can type your text. Daily trend of plan versus actual with efficiency. Just click and drag. You can insert any slices also. We will see that slicer part also in this. Now let's go for another this chart. Okay, so for that, let me first drag the same borderline once again, so that we can use it without adding any colors. If you see that, if you are not correctly clicking that, your base chart will move. So I'm just selected the border. Now I'm making the correction of even between KPI and chart sizes. Now go to calculation, cut that dashboard and paste it over here. Same way, remove the backgrounds, remove the colors, whatever inside, remove the outlines, make it as a white text. Little adjustment if required, you can keep it inside. Then same, I'm just dragging that header part again. You can change it as a defect, whatever you have chosen, defect flag and customer. I'm just keeping a defect flag and customer, or you can enter a full big headers also for a clear understanding. For a moment, since I have created as a small dashboard, so I would like to show you in a shorter way. So I'm making it as a defect flag, quality score. I'm just removing the customers. This is up to you guys. Whatever you want to choose, you can choose it over here. So I'm just I'm making everything. Outline is removed, then grouping it with header part and the border part grouped. Then once again the border has to be copied once again. For another visual what we have created here, I'm just making a creation. Shorter length, and make sure your borders are in a perfect way. You can align it. So in step-by-step process in the future dashboards, you can able to understand how this can be corrected. Even I will explain you step by step. So first let us decide what are all the analytics which I'd like to show, we like to see in a different way. Same way, above score has been copied. Again, drag down, border has to be removed from format, shape outline. Stop, reason. You can say it's a downtime. For a moment, I'm typing as in a stop reason. Again, don't forget to group it. Then now again, once again the border, we are going to create it along with the slicer. And this is mandatory. Can you see this? Don't move and size with cells, because whenever the data is expanding, your charts and borders should not move further. It should be like a SAS software. Now let us make a frame of final slices along with our any visuals. If we required inside, we can able to add. You can enlarge it. You can make it as 2 pages also. We can in future we can able to see multi-page screen. I'm just cutting that slicer You can check slicers and you can choose the colors. Even you can modify your colors also. So let me do one small modification. I need to do a duplicate of this. Then I have to select each and every colors of headers, down, top, everything, which I'm not showing here, but you can able to choose. For example, if you need a darker background while hovering, while clicking, while changing any fonts, any text, you can able to change, but you have to always choose a duplicate over there in a slices. Then you can choose your colors. After choosing colors, you have to mention the name of your slicer, my slicer or something like that. In the next upcoming videos, we can able to see how our slices can change, how our slices can be modified. That can be discussed in future also. Now let me correct this. Now after changing this, can you see this? This is what which I have modified. You can choose number of rows and columns, whatever you want. Create it, click and paste it here. Now your filters is ready, your slices is ready. Okay, now you can click and check whether your slicer is running or not. Can you click it? Yes, all the data are changing based on that. Perfect. Yes. Now I think we have one more place which we can able to add some other points inside, or you can add more than this. You can create an auto create of relationships if you require, or if you don't need to create anything. You can directly take these as a slices inside, or any other points you can add it inside. Okay, now I would like to add some more visuals and the last updated date and everything. So I would like to copy that. Any other visual like this efficiency part, which is calculated, and what is the achievement percentage also we can able to calculate. So I can like since it's a empty line, I would like to add some other points, add some other columns. Yeah, see, you can mill-wise also you can show, you can create anything. Now we don't want to show currently, so this is more than enough for a first day or level 1 dashboards. Let you guys try, and I'm just giving an updated date. Even everyone should know that when you have updated this particular dashboard to a management, they should know how much data you have taken. This is mandatory. So I would like to show that last updated date you can keep up and down anywhere. And since that gap is empty, you can add some more data, or you can type anything. You can give them an, short insights what you are going to present with those with your management, or you can add any other things like if you see this efficiency which is calculated from a machine, or if you want to calculate what is the difference of plan versus actual, what is the actual percentage which is achieved, you can able to calculate it by measure also. Right click, you can click on a measure, you can type on a measure called sum of planned divided by sum of actual. So you will get some percentage. Example, 11,028 is a planned, 10,279 is an actual. There is a difference of 800 to some kind of 7,000 to 8,000, I hope so. What is the percentage? You can calculate it by this on achievement percentage. So this is similar to an efficiency also. You can see that there is a slight differences will be there based on machine output, based on our calculations will be there always. So I would like to take only as a graph of this based on shifts. When we have A shift, B shift, C shift, you can say first shift, second shift, third shift. Based on that, you can able to see that what is the trend line which is going on based on shifts. You can see A shift is higher efficiency, B shift is less, C shift is so low, because always we know that night shifts we have a little less when compared to morning shifts. So management like to see this. You can able to create and you can remove everything. You just put only simple of ABC shifts with a graph of color lines. You can change the color, cut and paste it in that space what we have currently. adjust it again. You can change the color into a white of text and increase the font size, and then you can give a headers as well by copying. Geometry and shift wise. That's it. And for that also, filters also, if you need to give filters header also, you can able to give a filters header. Perfect. Now it's done. Clear? That's it, guys. This is our first dashboard of level 1, what we can take it, and in a simple way. Any college students, any nice guys, anyone can able to create in a simple way. Since I'm going in a quick way, so that you can, might be you have doubts or you have any issues, you can ping me or comment me, so I'll reply you back. And if you require this dashboard for free also, I can provide you in any format, any way. Just ping me, guys. Thanks for your kind. Thank you.